Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. The NFL world woke up today in absolute disbelief as rumors began swirling that Jason KELCE, the legendary center who officially retired after last season with the Philadelphia Eagles, is preparing a shocking comeback. But this isn't just a story about an iconic player returning to the game he loves. No. This is about betrayal, about one of the most respected figures in Philadelphia sports history possibly walking back onto the field wearing burgundy and gold instead of midnight green. The whispers started with an anonymous post in a forum dedicated to insider leaks, claiming KELCE had been spotted at Washington's training facilities in Ashburn, Virginia. Almost instantly, fans began flooding social media with reactions ranging from outrage to total disbelief. Could it be true? Could the man who was the heartbeat of the Eagles' offensive line for over a decade really come out of retirement, not for the city that adored him, but for one of their fiercest rivals in the NFC East? This rumor isn't just wild. It cuts to the core of what sports loyalty means. If Jason KELCE dons that Commander's uniform, the entire balance of the division and the loyalty of countless fans will be tested in ways nobody imagined possible. What makes this rumor even juicier is the timing. The Commanders are in the middle of a transition period, with new ownership trying to rebrand and redefine what this franchise represents after years of mediocrity and controversy. Bringing in Jason KELCE, a proven leader, a Super Bowl champion, and arguably one of the greatest centers in NFL history, would immediately give credibility to a team desperate for identity. Imagine the headlines. KELCE saves Washington's trenches, Commanders land their new warrior. Philly's heart now beats in D.C. For a fan base that has been hungry for stability and dominance in the NFC East, this would be the ultimate coup. But for Eagles fans, the thought alone is almost unbearable. Jason KELCE isn't just a player. He's a cultural icon in Philadelphia. He's the guy who gave that unforgettable speech in a mummer's costume after the Super Bowl, the guy who represented grit, toughness, and everything that city loves about its sports heroes. To see him wearing the colors of a hated rival would feel like a dagger straight to the heart of Eagles Nation, and some are already calling it nothing less than betrayal. Sources close to the situation are being cryptic, which only fuels the fire. One insider hinted that KELCE has been itching to play since stepping away and that he never fully closed the door on returning. Another report suggested that Washington quietly reached out weeks ago, offering him not just a roster spot, but a leadership role within the locker room, essentially pitching him as the missing piece to bring discipline and toughness to a young team. And let's be honest, who better to mentor a group of linemen and set the tone than Jason KELCE? The Commanders would instantly gain credibility, while the rest of the NFC East would have to deal with the nightmare of facing a rejuvenated legend twice a year. For Eagles fans, though, it would be hard to see it as anything other than treachery. After all, it's one thing to retire and come back for your old team, but to return in the uniform of your fiercest rival? That crosses a line that not many could ever forgive. The conversations online are already out of control. Hashtags like #CapitalBetrayal and #KELCEInGold have started trending, with fans debating endlessly about whether this rumor is true or just smoke. Eagles fans are posting old clips of KELCE celebrating with teammates, trying to remind him where his true loyalty lies, while Commanders fans are cautiously excited, unsure if they should believe the noise, but salivating at the possibility. Sports radio in Philadelphia has been wall-to-wall with callers threatening to burn jerseys, while talk shows in Washington are buzzing with optimism, already dreaming of playoff pushes and dominance in the trenches. And here's the craziest part. Nobody has denied it yet. Neither KELCE, nor his representatives, nor the Commanders organization have stepped forward to squash the speculation. Silence, in the world of rumors, speaks louder than words, and that silence is making everyone nervous. Could we actually be witnessing one of the biggest heel turns in NFL history? Jason KELCE has always been more than a football player. He's been a symbol of resilience, leadership, and the underdog spirit that Philadelphia has always embraced. That's what makes this entire situation so emotional and dramatic. If he were to return in another team's uniform, especially Washington's, it wouldn't just be a football story. It would be a cultural earthquake. Think about it. Generations of Eagles fans have raised their kids to admire Jason KELCE, to see him as the ultimate embodiment of their city. Now, those same fans might have to explain why their hero is snapping the ball for their sworn enemy. It's the type of twist that feels almost scripted for a movie, the kind of betrayal that shakes the very foundation of fandom. And yet, sports are full of these moments, where loyalty and business collide, where legacy and opportunity clash. Maybe KELCE truly feels he has one more season in him. Maybe he wants to test himself again. Or maybe he's been convinced that Washington offers him a stage to prove that he can still dominate, no matter the colors on his jersey. The impact on the NFC East would be seismic. With Dak Prescott leading Dallas, Jalen Hurts anchoring Philadelphia, and Daniel Jones fighting for his future in New York, the Commanders adding Jason KELCE would immediately raise their profile. This wouldn't just be about bringing in a veteran. This would be about reshaping the division. Offensive lines are the foundation of football, and Washington has struggled in that department for years. Suddenly, with KELCE at the center, the protection improves, the running game finds new life, and young quarterbacks get the confidence they desperately need. Analysts would have to rethink predictions, rivals would have to adjust strategies, and fans across the league would be glued to every snap. And in the middle of it all would be Jason KELCE, a man once considered untouchable in Philadelphia, now potentially the most controversial figure in Washington. If the rumor proves true, we're not just looking at a comeback story. We're looking at the ultimate act of defiance, a betrayal that will be remembered for decades in NFL history. Fans are already imagining the locker room dynamics if Jason KELCE actually suits up for the Commanders, and the speculation is wild. Inside the building, questions swirl. How will KELCE mesh with the existing roster? Will he instantly assume a leadership role, or will there be friction with players who have been grinding under Washington's previous hierarchy? The whispers suggest that KELCE's presence could instantly change the culture of the team. Known for his fiery personality, relentless work ethic, and locker room charisma, he doesn't just play football. He elevates everyone around him. Coaches reportedly see him as a once-in-a-generation mentor who could transform younger linemen, teach them the nuances of pro-level execution, and even instill the kind of toughness and discipline that has been lacking in Washington for years. Meanwhile, fans are theorizing how the Eagles might respond if the rumor materializes into a signed contract. Some imagine a heated showdown on the field, with KELCE facing his former teammates twice a year and every snap amplified by decades of history and loyalty. Commentators are drawing parallels to other controversial moves in sports history, labeling it as one of the most daring and potentially divisive decisions a player could make. Social media threads are exploding, with fans dissecting every possible motive. Is it money, personal challenge, or a desire to leave an indelible mark on another franchise? The rumor's impact is spreading beyond just Washington and Philadelphia. Analysts in New York, Dallas, and even smaller markets are now paying attention, knowing that a move like this could dramatically shift power dynamics in the NFC East. Every team would need to reevaluate their approach to the division, as adding someone of KELCE's caliber alters not just the Commanders' offensive line, but also the psychological landscape of the entire league. Opposing defensive coordinators are reportedly already brainstorming how to neutralize a player who has been dominant for over a decade. Even fantasy football leagues are in chaos, with KELCE's potential return shaking projections and altering draft strategies. Meanwhile, journalists are digging into past interviews, trying to find clues that hint KELCE's openness to playing again, and insiders are leaking possible contract structures, incentives, and guaranteed roles that might tempt a legend back onto the gridiron. Rumors suggest the deal isn't just about playing time. It's about leadership, influence, and a chance to cement his legacy in a way that goes beyond the city he left behind. The emotional stakes couldn't be higher. Eagles fans are reacting as though a hero has switched sides in an epic story of loyalty and betrayal. Social media threads are filled with conflicting sentiments. Some fans express heartbreak and a sense of betrayal, while others admit a grudging respect for KELCE's potential decision, acknowledging that athletes are humans with their own motivations and ambitions. Philadelphia radio hosts have dedicated entire segments dissecting every angle of the rumor, speculating how this would impact KELCE's reputation in his hometown and whether forgiveness is even possible. Meanwhile, Washington supporters are ecstatic but cautious, fully aware that until an official announcement is made, nothing is guaranteed. Memes, GIFs, and mock headlines are spreading like wildfire, highlighting the absurdity, excitement, and potential controversy of the situation. Everyone agrees on one thing. If Jason KELCE actually signs with the Commanders, it will be one of the most talked about and polarizing stories in modern NFL history, dominating conversations across platforms for months. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. Contractual speculation is reaching fever pitch. Sources claim that Washington is willing to offer KELCE not only a significant salary, but also special incentives and perks tailored to his legendary status, including a leadership advisory role, public appearances, and even influence in team strategy decisions. This is unusual, even for a player of KELCE's caliber, suggesting that the franchise sees him as more than just a center. They see him as the cornerstone of a cultural and competitive transformation. Comparisons are being drawn to other high-profile crossovers in professional sports, but few have carried the same emotional weight. A player leaving a city that worshipped him to join a divisional rival is nearly unprecedented, and analysts are debating whether this is a bold career move or a decision that risks tarnishing a spotless legacy. Meanwhile, NFL fans from coast to coast are weighing in, sharing their takes on forums, podcasts, and comment sections, ranging from tactical analysis to moral judgment. The rumor alone is generating a media storm, with every network scrambling to break the news, interview insiders, and speculate on the consequences. It's a whirlwind of suspense, excitement, and anxiety that shows no signs of slowing down. Even the historical implications are being discussed at length. Should KELCE follow through, this would mark a significant chapter in the history of inter-team rivalries in the NFL. Think about it. Philadelphia and Washington have faced each other in countless memorable battles, with tensions and pride always running high. To have a player of KELCE's legendary status switch allegiances could alter the narrative for decades, creating a new kind of lore that fans will debate long after he retires for good. Sports historians are already predicting that this moment could become a case study in player loyalty, fan reactions, and the complex interplay between individual ambition and team allegiance. Meanwhile, social media continues to amplify the drama, with memes and video compilations celebrating or lamenting KELCE's potential move. Every clip of him in an Eagles uniform now carries extra weight, as fans imagine what it will mean to see him wearing burgundy and gold instead. The tension is palpable, with no clear resolution in sight, as the rumor refuses to die down and speculation continues to mount across all corners of the NFL universe. Ultimately, the story of Jason KELCE and the potential Commanders signing is bigger than football. It's a tale of loyalty, betrayal, ambition, and legacy, encapsulating everything fans love and fear about sports. If the rumor proves true, it won't just be a headline. It will be a cultural moment, a conversation starter for years, and a turning point for two storied franchises. The drama unfolding in real time has captured the imagination of fans, analysts, and casual observers alike, with every social media post, every report, and every rumor adding fuel to the fire. The emotional roller coaster, the uncertainty, and the high stakes are what make this story irresistible. As the NFL world waits for confirmation or denial, the anticipation alone has turned this into one of the most riveting, divisive, and talked about situations in recent memory. Whether Jason KELCE ultimately steps onto the field in burgundy and gold or the rumor collapses under scrutiny, the saga has already left its mark, ensuring that this offseason will be remembered for years to come, a tale of suspense and speculation unlike anything the league has seen. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.